Alright, welcome back everybody. Jared, Bob, Vinny is stapled himself on the couch. He is unable to get up and move. He fucked him. Damn it, I swore within the first 90 seconds again.
You suck.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong?
I don't know if I made it through the previous episode.
Probably not.
Probably not. But that's Vinny, you weren't here before, but that's apparently a thing on YouTube. If you swear in the first 90 seconds, you get like shadow banned.
Fuck you too.
Well, yeah, sorry, this episode's already fucked, so oh well.
He looks good right now.
Yeah, Vinny looks great. So obviously, we got a microphone down. Speaking of the YouTube, this is appropriate for how everyone feels right now.
I actually thought this morning I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do with myself. I didn't know how I was gonna get out of
Well, that was 2 days straight, right?
of drinking.
Yeah.
No. Was it 3? Because I had entirely too much bourbon on Christmas Day.
Do you drink Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I only drink a little bit though.
Jesus Christ.
I ate too much.
Yeah. Yeah, so those 3 days. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then Festivus.
Yeah, those are 2 real days, like 2 real days of drinking.
Yeah, so Vinny put himself to bed last night, actually. Again,
Yeah.
this has been like a running theme with him.
Just
I
kidding.
was pedal to the metal for 4 hours.
It's all because we took the tops off the beer.
There's no other way to drink. On a high holiday.
Yeah.
So, for you guys that don't know, we acquired, or you were given I don't even know what it's called, like a can cutter?
I don't know, lid remover?
Yeah, you might have seen them on Instagram, and if you're listening to this now, they'll probably pop up on your Instagram because your phone's listening to everything that you do. But there's this thing that like you put on top of cans, and you like squeeze it and turn it, and it removes the actual like top lid, so it's just an open top. Like there's nothing there. Like you don't crack the tab. Like that whole little circle thing is gone. So we decided to use that yesterday. And lo and behold, wouldn't you know, the only person that could operate it efficiently was Vinny.
Yeah, of course.
None of us could figure out how to actually use it.
We're all too stupid.
Yep. And then Vinny just popped it like it was nothing. Like it was no big deal.
Bear shit in the woods.
Do you get beer shits in the woods?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Unless you blow the equator.
And then if a tree falls, did it actually happen?
I'm sure the elevation.
Not if it didn't fall on me.
Oh, that would be excellent. There's a fucking tree fall on me right now.
Definitely.
Vinny, I think you turned the mic off. I could hear you in the other room, but I couldn't hear you through the headphones.
I know what the fuck I'm doing. Leave me alone.
Do you?
See, you say that.
Yeah. The one good thing though is you're not next to me in the chair, and you don't have the microphone stand to be fucking with it the entire time, and I have to yell at you to stop touching the mic stand.
Do you want me to stop fucking around out here? 'Cause I'll fuck around.
I mean, I can't see you, so whatever.
I don't like it.
What are you actually doing over there? Do you have your pants on, I hope? Were you Finn?
But now.
Yeah, we come down this morning, and fucking Finn's pants are like unbuttoned and like not off. Yeah, we're like, dude, what are you doing? Like, first of all, he sleeps in jeans, which like, whatever. That's just Finn.
Yeah.
He's always in jeans. He's worn jeans to the beach before.
That's so bad.
He showed up the 4th of July with jeans and a fucking flannel shirt.
Oh yeah, that's right. When it was like 7,000 degrees. But yeah, so we come downstairs and his fucking pants are unzipped and unbuttoned. And Vinny's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, what, I'm just relaxing.
But you can't relax unless your hands are in pants.
It's true. Especially in the post-Festivus haze.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely a haze.
Oh, yeah.
I think all in all, Festivus was a rousing success.
Yeah, I think it was awesome.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know a lot of it, but yeah.
I feel great.
It was pretty great up until like, I don't know, like maybe like 8 o'clock. That's when things started to get real. When did Jaimo get here?
I don't even know.
I would say, hey, weird. This is strange. Once Jaimo got here, things got a little fucking off the rails.
Imagine that.
Imagine. It's so strange. That's never happened before.
He is a fucking moron.
He is. Dude, so this morning, we're like trying to like barely clinging to life, like laying on the couches in the living room, and Vinny goes to get Wacky Deli. And Jaimo wants to go with him. So me and Finn are on the couch, and Jaimo gets up and he goes, "Oh, Vin, I'm coming with you. Hold on." And so he walks out the door, which if you're on the YouTube show is like right here. You've probably seen it before. And he just leaves the door wide open. And as he's walking out the door, I'm like, hey, shut the fucking door. And he like stops, looks at me, and like doesn't compute. And then afterwards, Finn was like, dude, he's so stupid, he probably thought you were talking about the screen door on the porch. Because he like stopped and then just kept going. And I was like, dude, what do you think, it's fucking July? Like, what are you doing? And then he like didn't get it, so he just kept walking. So then I got up off the couch and I came over and he was like walking down on the ground beside the porch. And I go, dude, it's 32 fucking degrees outside. Like, what are you doing? Shut the fucking door, you just left. And he's like,
It's not okay.
and he goes, oh, my bad, dude. And I go, yeah, don't worry, I'll send you the invoice for the oil bill. Like, what the fuck? Like, who does that? He literally just walked out of the house and just left the door wide open.
Speaking of
In the middle of December.
speaking of invoices, you guys owe me a half a chunk of change over on those bills last night.
Yeah. I'll send you that Venmo.
$17 plus tax for each bid.
Yeah, I'll just knock it off of my invoice for hanging out with you. That's a chargeable offense.
Yeah, the money.
I didn't like that one bit. Take it back.
Is it ever called for?
I can't even see you.
Is anything we do ever called for?
Mostly not.
No.
I really don't want you bullshit right now.
And then
Actually, remember this morning I had no more bullshit to give?
Yeah.
No, that's a first.
That was a first.
Dude, this morning was bad news.
Yeah.
Get the shakes.
No, I had to when we got up to Michaela's place, I had to go to sleep again.
Yeah. Did you yak?
No.
Oh.
I thought I was gonna.
Did someone yak?
Oh, she
Yeah,
did.
Oh yeah. Vinny and Michaela's raising
Well,
her
I
hand.
got up
in
to
the other room.
piss, couldn't piss, and went back downstairs, and then I had a puke, so I went back upstairs, couldn't puke.
Did you have to piss?
Sat in the bathroom floor for a little bit, puked, and then went back downstairs.
All right. Because this morning, Jones was like, someone was yakking last night, and I was like, I don't know, dude. I was like, I don't think it was me, but like, I don't know. And he goes, I don't know, someone was puking, and I go, I wonder if it was Vinny. It turns out it was, and it was also Michaela. Jones was fucking. I thought he was gonna kill Jaimo. Cause like Jones tried to like go to bed. He tried to like lay on the couch, and at one point like Jaimo kept playing the same Neil Young song over and over and over again and trying to sing it, but like he was shit-faced and he already can't sing, so it was like just incoherent. Like he wasn't saying words. He was just making incoherent noises with his mouth that he thought was a Neil Young song. I don't even know what one it was. But Jones was like, dude, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna rip your fucking vocal cords out.
Yeah, that's the fucking Jaimo thing.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. And I don't even know what time that was because I went to bed at like 2:30, according to my Whoop.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I got 100% of my sleep going to that.
How?
Also,
Oh, because you went to bed at like fucking 10 o'clock.
yeah.
I think it was pretty early, wasn't it?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remembered it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you probably went to bed around 10 o'clock. And then
Oh,
you.
yeah, my hoop says 10:30, 32 p.m.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
We had to literally lift you up off the couch
Yeah.
because you went down and laid on the couch. And I was like, I'm just gonna go down and like check on him, like see, because I was thinking like, oh, he's probably gonna struggle opening up the fucking pullout. And you're just laying on the couch, and I'm like, Vinny, come on, get up, dude. Like this turns into a bed. And you're like, no, I don't need that. I'm fine. The couch is good. I'm good. And I go, no, dude, just shut the fuck up and get off the couch, and I'm gonna let me turn it into a bed for you. And so then I think Finn and Jones came down, and we literally, the three of us, had to lift you off of the couch, and we put you on the smaller couch while we converted the couch into the bed. And then we were like, all right, can you get in the bed? And you like stood up for a quick second and fell, but you fell luckily into the bed and like on the bed and then just laid there.
I'm like a fucking infant. 220-pound infant.
You're a 220-pound infant for sure.
I have zero recollection of any of it.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised.
You know why? Because all the tops were cut. That's why.
That's what it was. It was only the tops cut off. Yep. There's no other reason why. No other reason why you got that drunk.
Yeah, it wasn't the combined. Did you even eat anything yesterday?
Not a damn thing since that peanut butter sandwich at like 10 a.m. when I was on the phone.
Yeah, while he was FaceTiming me.
So bad.
And he was bitching me out the whole time for making it the wrong way.
Well, you folded one piece of bread over and called it a
Still a fucking
sandwich.
sandwich.
That's a half a sandwich.
Yeah, but then I had another piece of bread.
So he made two half sandwiches of peanut butter.
It makes me feel better about myself.
Instead of just taking the two pieces of bread
That you
and
knew you
putting
were
them,
gonna eat both of them anyway.
you knew you were gonna eat and put them together
I got small hands.
with peanut butter.
Your hands are too small to eat a sandwich?
Correct.
You know what they
The
say
fuck
about,
did you do this morning?
You know what they say about small hands? Small gloves.
Small sandwiches.
Can only eat
Half
half sandwiches.
You can only eat your sandwiches half at a time.
Man, you suck.
Do you have to ask all of the sub places you go to cut your sandwiches for you?
No, but I asked you for extra maple syrup.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Then at 9 o'clock this morning, we're putting in a wacky deli order,
Yeah.
and we're all getting breakfast sangies, and we go around the room, and we get to Finn,
It's an
and,
Italian, definitely.
and he goes, "Yeah, I'll have an Italian.
No onions.
Yeah, everything but onions." And Vinny's like, "I'm not ordering you an Italian at 9 o'clock in the morning." and he was like, "Why? It's what I want."
I want you to not have an Italian at 9 a.m.
Vinny was refusing. So then he finally calls and he puts the order in and he says all the breakfast sandwiches. And then he turns and goes, "Anybody want anything else?" And Finn's like, "Yeah, give me my fucking Italian."
And I purposely ordered like 4 extra sandwiches too, to piss him off.
And Vinny was like, "No." He just flat out said no. And then Finn actually got pissed. Was like, "What the fuck?" And then he finally did it. He was, "Yeah, can I have an Italian with everything but onions?"
I did hold strong on the OJ.
Oh my god, the OJ.
He didn't get an OJ. So then Finn FaceTimes him and goes, "Hey man, while you're out, can you get me some OJ?"
No pulp.
Yeah, no pulp. And Vinny goes, "No, go fuck yourself." So Finn is like, "Come on, man, just get me orange juice." And then, so Vinny goes, "Oh, I knew you were gonna fucking ask me for orange juice." And then you hear Jimo in the background, "Oh yeah, you did say that." So then he comes back, and I think Finn thought he was just fucking with them. And he was like, "Oh, come on, where's my orange juice?" And Vinny was like, "Go fuck yourself, I didn't get you orange juice." He put his foot down with the orange juice. Oh man.
I hate everyone.
Good, because we hate you too.
Nobody can hate me as much as I hate you.
was gonna say, I just kind of like look in the mirror and just go, I fucking hate you.
What a fucking loser.
What a fucking douchebag.
That was good shit. And at one point, Vinny, do you remember smoking a cigarette while you had a lip in?
Cigs inside.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a whole another scenario here. So, Vinny has a pouch in tobacco in his mouth, and he's just sitting there minding his own business, doing his thing. You know, spitting in his spittoon, and Finn goes outside to smoke a cigarette, and Jimo goes with him, and Jones wants to go out and hit his vape or whatever. And Vinny's like, oh yeah, I'll come. So he goes outside, and I look at him, I go, Vinny, you can smoke a cigarette right now? And he's like, yeah, why? I go, do you want to take the lip out of your mouth before you do that?
No, why?
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what he said. I think he said not particularly. And I was like, I feel like that's a lot of nicotine to take into your body at once.
Bro,
Jeez, alright, Karen, just let the guy fucking live.
And he went outside. So he goes outside, he starts smoking a cigarette. And he's sitting there and he's like, he's like wacky inflatable arm man.
Yeah.
And he puts the fucking.
What did me in.
Finn said he looks like a Harry Potter villain. He's sitting there with the fucking cigarette hanging out of his mouth, like trying to talk, but he's like swaying back and forth.
Speaking puzzle tongue.
So then we all come back inside. And Vinny brings a cigarette with him.
Well, because I remember looking in the sink at one point. I go, why the fuck is there a cigarette in the sink?
So Vinny just walks right in like it's nothing. He's just holding the cigarette. And I go, hey Vinny, did you forget something? He's like, what? I go, we doing cigs inside now? So then you were convinced. You're like, no, it's fine. I go, well, I don't know if it is fine or not, but the cigarette is still lit and you're inside.
Cool.
So I think I said like either smoke it or put it out then. Like,
I should have put it out in the fucking toilet.
so he went over and put it out in the sink. Which you then found later. Why is there a cigarette in the sink? I don't know, Vinny.
Like I said, it was a success.
Yeah, it was a good time. Oh, man.
Yep, rare form.
Despicable.
Deplorable.
You disgust me.
That's my mantra every morning. Like, you know, like some people like meditate and shit.
Yeah.
I just look in the fucking mirror and go, "You're a fucking disgusting piece of shit."
Instead of people, yeah, I think that's what it's called, right? Mantra, when you like repeat the same words over and over again. Like sometimes people are like,
Freight car.
yeah,
One.
They're like sunshine,
It just grosses me out.
wind, like relaxation. You look in the mirror and you're like, despicable, deplorable,
Trash heap.
hateful,
Who's that asshole?
vitriol. That's what you meditate on. It's just those words.
What did you buy a fucking thesaurus today?
Yeah, maybe I did. Maybe I fucking did. What's it to you?
Thesaurus for.
I read books sometimes. I mostly listen to books now.
You sure you don't just like.
I listen to books on tape.
Bookshelf?
Oh yeah, someone said that. I forget who it was. Was
Like,
it
how many
Jones?
of these books did you actually fucking read?
We were sitting there and Jones was like, "Oh, dude, did you read all those books?" And I go, "Oh God, no." So I've read a few of them, a decent amount, maybe half. If I had to look, probably read half. But then the whole like bottom two shelves are like textbooks from
So
college.
this is just a
that are
long
fucking
way of you
stupid.
saying that you're fucking fraud.
Well, yeah. I mean, you didn't need to fucking look at a bookshelf to figure that out.
Phony.
Bookshelf. It helped.
You're a phony.
And what? There was something else that went down. Oh, Vinny fell again.
When?
So I missed it. It was when
So,
Amy. So Amy was leaving, and I went outside with her. And when I came back inside, Vinny was in the kitchen, and I forget who, I forget who else was with him.
Oh.
But the way everyone was talking to Vinny, like there was nothing about anything, but I could tell just by the way people were talking to Vinny. I just kind of like stood in the doorway and watched, and I was like, "Did Vinny fall again?"
Oh, yeah, I thought I had that.
Yeah, didn't he hit the
stupid
island?
Look on my face.
Yeah, he fell into the island again. I think it was Jones and Finn, maybe. I don't know. There was a couple people in here talking to him, and just like I could tell what they were saying and how they were saying it. I was just like, huh, did Vinny fall again? And they were like, yep, he did. Into the island again.
I think I remember him falling into the island.
But then I looked and I was like, well, I mean, at least everything's still intact and all the knives are still in the knife box. So
I'll tell you, that island's tricky. Jump down.
you gotta watch your socks.
That was round 2 with that island.
The first time literally almost fucking kills you.
Yeah, that was fun.
All the knives went flying off of the fucking thing, and then you cracked your fucking ribs.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. There was only one fall though, surprisingly.
Yeah.
We were.
Maybe next year I'll bump those numbers up.
I'm switching gears. I got a question.
Yeah.
So after watching the Eagles just lose 37-17 to fucking Dallas,
Yeah.
what do they do? Like, what does that team need to do?
Philly.
Yeah, because it's like, I know Jalen Hurts is probably the quarterback, but like, is he?
Yeah. I think their biggest thing is the secondary. I think their secondary blows.
What's been their secondary's been bad for like 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Because I mean, up front they're fine. I mean, Fletcher Cox is like one of the best D tackles in the league.
I think they still have Brandon Graham.
Yeah, they
There's
still have
enough-
Derek Barnett.
Yeah, he might be hurt, but
So, I don't know. I think because they lost Malcolm Jenkins, right? He's on the
Yeah.
Saints now. Jesus Christ. Fucking something in my throat.
Seaman.
Probably. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think they're. It could just be coaching, dude, honestly. Like, I don't know how good of a coach Doug Peterson actually is right now. Or, like, it could be one of those things where, like, he could be a fine coach, but I don't think his message is getting through to everyone.
Yeah,
Like
something's not working.
like everyone has a what's it called? Like an expiration date, essentially. Like Doc Rivers,
Yeah.
he was a great coach, but he was just in Boston for too long, and the players just stopped caring what he was saying.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, like you see it with like Jordan Spieth. People were talking about maybe him getting a new coach or a new caddy, and it's not because the coach or the caddy is bad. It's just something is not working.
Yeah, you just need to change. Sometimes you just need to change.
But I'm even like looking. So obviously they're doing the highlights now of this Philly game. They scored 17 points for the game and 14 in the first quarter, and
Yeah, they came out flying.
but one of those was a bomb to Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, I know their wide receivers blow.
yeah, they're just not good, and they're always hurt.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's weird because they're 4 years removed from the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
So
How the fuck did they win that Super Bowl?
the Patriots defense fucking sucks. That's the one Tom Brady threw for like 500 yards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they still lost.
Yeah, that's probably coaching too.
Yeah.
Jordan Richards played. Johnson Batamosi played.
Ugh, gross.
Marquise Flowers.
That defense was very bad.
Pro Bowl cornerback Malcolm Butler sat on the fucking bench all the whole game.
Yeah.
Well, they had.
No, he got out there for one special teams play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they still had Gilmore, McCourty, Chung, Harmon.
Not in that Super Bowl. In the Philly Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Gilmore?
Yeah, it was Gilmore's first year.
Yeah.
So they still had all those players, but like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
Big Dick Nick happened.
Yeah, it must have just been the world's best deal with the devil.
Yeah, it still blows my mind that fucking happened. But like you were saying too, like now it's not that far off, and now they just suck. The team's just bad. Like this year, I know they had a ton of injuries.
Well, they always have a ton of injuries.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the Eagles have now been eliminated for the NFC East run.
Yes. Yeah.
Those three other
whatever
shitbag
team-
teams are still alive.
Whatever team lost in that game was eliminated. And also because Washington lost today, it guaranteed that the winner of the NFC East will have a losing record. So the person that wins the division will have a losing record, and they'll be in the playoffs, and they'll be hosting a playoff game.
I do like that. No real reason why.
Yeah, just that you win the division and you get to have a home playoff game.
And you can be 7-9.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine, but I can see why people get pissed about it. But at the same time, like, why? It's pretty rare that happens. Like, it happened.
So the
6 or 7 years ago, wasn't it like Seattle?
the Beastquake game,
Yeah,
they were a 7-9 team,
yeah.
and they won.
Right.
Then I feel like the Rams,
I think the Rams did do it once too.
yeah, they were 7-9.
So I don't know. Vin, who do you like for the Super Bowl?
Let's say Chiefs again.
Chiefs?
Yeah. I mean, you can't really pick against Benny Mahomes.
I mean, you could.
I wouldn't recommend it. I love how the Steelers have just like
Completely fell off. Yep.
They got it back today.
Yeah. What
That was
about you?
that was a good win for them.
Who you like Super Bowl? Give me the way too early prediction.
Yeah, so if I was gonna wager money on it, I wouldn't take the Chiefs because
It's not worth
it's
it.
not worth it. It's way too easy, and I don't like the way the Chiefs have seemingly played to every level of competition that they've played.
Mhm.
Like that game was moderately close with the Patriots.
Yeah.
In Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, I think I said it before. Like, if you have Andy Dalton in that game, you probably beat the Chiefs.
If you have anybody in that game,
Yeah.
like then like today they almost lost to Atlanta.
Right.
But then they played a decent team and fucking blew them out.
Yeah.
Like they shit on Baltimore. Like they're just like the definition of plays to their competition.
Yeah.
How about the Bills?
I don't trust the quarterback.
Yeah. He hasn't really done anything for me yet. I'm on the same page. We could be wrong,
Saints.
but until they actually show me that they can do something in the playoffs, then I'll change my mind. Saints, no. I think Drew Brees is
He's cooked.
just about cooked. I mean, obviously he's got 11 broken ribs, so that's gonna fucking hold you back a little bit. But I just don't think they can do it. I don't think they have enough. I'm on. Sorry. Did you
I didn't give you an answer.
Do you have a team?
Oh yeah, well I guess my answer is the Chiefs, but if I had to wager on, I wouldn't do the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But that's because of wagering.
I'm actually gonna go with Green Bay. I think
I'd take Green Bay.
I think Green Bay pulls it off this year.
Do you think their run defense is good enough?
I don't think it potentially could matter depending on
The matchup.
and who they play.
Well, actually, you know what? We'll see tonight. Today will be a pretty good fucking benchmark.
Yeah.
Because it's like I know Dalvin Cook has fucking ruined everybody this year, but
Yeah.
like he made them look especially bad.
Yeah.
And they probably still won.
I know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to pull up the odds.
I'm trying to look at. Let me look at the Packers' schedule because they played the Vikings twice. So I don't. I'm curious.
So I got the odds to win coming now from
mybookie.com. Shout
Sure.
out. Make sure you use our promo code when you go sign up. It's Sarcasm Pod. It will give you a 50% match up to $1,000 and get you a $20 free play. So that's mybookie.com using our promo code Sarcasm Pod.
So in order of worst odds, aka most likely to win.
Right.
So worst odds for the better. Chiefs plus 150, Packers plus 500, Saints plus 650, Bills plus 900.
Yep, love the Packers at plus 500.
You know what team's actually kind of and this is gonna sound fucking asinine. I wouldn't want to play the Ravens because they seemingly have figured it out
Yeah.
in the last like 4 games or so.
Yeah.
That being said, like I know they played the Giants today.
Right.
But
They remembered that they have Hollywood Brown, who runs like a 4-3.
yeah.
And Lamar Jackson has a fucking cannon.
Yeah.
So all they, because that's all they did last year. They just threw bombs to Hollywood Brown. And then this year,
Mark Andrews.
right? And then this year, I probably because I had Hollywood Brown on my fantasy team,
And you cursed him.
he did nothing through the first like 12 weeks of the season, and then I cut him, and now he's actually been doing okay. So I'll take the blame for that one.
But the problem with this is I think as it stands right now, they're not a playoff team.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is they added Des Bryant. And say what you want, I know he's a little older.
He can
and
catch
I know
touchdowns. He always is.
He's good. Like when he was Des Bryant, like he was one of, if not the best wide receiver in the league.
And I think, well, and I think his the extent of his usefulness now is red zone.
Yes.
And I think he's still good enough in the red zone.
He can be what N'Keal Harry should be.
Oh God.
Is supposed to.
Why did you bring him up?
Because he's
We have
a
to do
great
this.
wide receiver. He's a first round draft pick. He's awesome. We don't need
N'Keal Harry
we don't need
is
DK
good.
Metcalf. I love that. N'Keal Harry is good.
Oh, sure.
It's the new shirt.
$62 Sarcasm.
Yeah, use the link in our bio on Instagram page. Go to the merch store. You can buy a shirt for $62 that says N'Keal Harry is good. Support the show and N'Keal.
Yeah, it's a sweatshirt.
Should we look at some other odds? Because I think so after Buffalo, I think it's Tampa.
I think Tampa's a fucking fraud team. They're like, I don't know, they're just a fraud. They're super talented on paper, but like they can't figure it out. Bruce Arians is an awful coach for that team.
Seattle.
I don't hate Seattle. I think their defense is finally, it's not back to being the Legion of Boom, but like, it's pretty close.
It's funny though, their offense is taking a step back.
Yeah, that was what through 12 weeks of the season. Russell Wilson had like 26 touchdowns, and he was on pace to like shatter every fucking record.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna win the MVP." And then since week 12, he's done really almost nothing, or whatever that was, like week 11, week 10, somewhere around there. It was like just past the middle of the season, and he had 20. I think it was 26. I go, yeah, because it was the one game, might have been a Sunday night game. He ended up throwing like 3 touchdown passes that game, and ended up with like 29. And then I think since then he's probably thrown 3. Yeah, I don't hate Seattle.
And
Their
then
running backs are back and healthy because their issue for a while too was they didn't have a running back. Chris Carson and Carlos Hyde were out. DJ Dallas was their fucking starting running back. And if you're listening out there or watching and you said, "Who's that?" Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah, I don't hate Seattle. Like I said, I do have money on the Packers. But if I were gonna hitch my wagon to any team that's not the Chiefs, but also I just don't think the Chiefs are gonna pull it off this year.
no, I think it's very difficult to go back to back. It's just so easy because they are
Yeah.
probably right now the best. I'm just trying to think who's gonna fucking beat them.
There is potential for, I think if they had to play Buffalo, I think Buffalo could pop them because
And they probably didn't play this year, right?
I don't think so.
No, they would have played last year.
Because you need speed in the secondary, and they have Trey White and
Levi Wallace.
yeah, and who's this? Is it Micah Hyde? Is their
Yeah.
safety. Like
Boyer.
their secondary is pretty good. I mean, they don't have Zay Jones anymore. He was fucking fast.
Zay Jones was a receiver though.
Oh no, it was a different guy then. They had
Zay
a
Jones was fast.
yeah.
regardless, they don't like as long as Josh Norman isn't out there, they're probably fine.
Yeah. He's washed at this point. Like he's just fucking old. Like I'm sure he can still cover and he's fine, but he doesn't have the legs anymore. But I think Buffalo could potentially pop them. I could see that because they could probably keep the Chiefs under 30 points. With that I mean, the fucking Atlanta Falcons kept them under 20 today. So I think Buffalo's defense could probably keep them low enough that maybe they could score. I don't think Kansas City's defense is that good. Their line is good, but it's mostly Chris Jones. Chris Jones is a fucking monster. They have Tyrann Matthew. He's very good, but also it's like outside of that, who do they have? L'Jarius Sneed, like Nikos' cousin. Like I don't know any of their linebackers. Couldn't tell you. I mean, they have Frank Clark, but he's a meat stick.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be. I'm actually like, it's kind of interesting because like I could see the not the Colts, the Chiefs getting popped by a random team. It's just so hard to like speak it into existence.
Yeah.
Because then like a team that because if you look at it and go, all right, well I could see the Titans kept getting them like. You know, Derrick Henry, they could control the clock. You know, they play good enough defense.
Like I think the Titans, if the Titans were gonna win, they'd have to win like 34-31. Like
I think they potentially could.
Like the Titans would have to put up points, and they have been. Ryan Tannehill's been playing very well. Like like I think that the Titans could win something like that, like a 34-31 type of game. I think Buffalo could literally win like 26-20. Like I think Buffalo can actually hold them down and then score like just enough to like keep them a low scoring game, you know. I think it favors the matchup favors Buffalo because it in theory, at least in my brain, it should be a lower scoring game.
It would also help Buffalo a lot if Zach Moss could fucking keep the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Because he's like a legit running back, Singletary isn't.
Right. But Moss, he fumbles like all the fucking time.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. But I don't know who else is on that list.
I'm getting off it because after that, now we're looking at like Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Indy.
Yeah. I don't think Indy can do it. Their defense started out really hot at the beginning of the year.
They didn't play anybody.
Yeah, but they were like the Pats of last year. Start out 8-0, and everyone's like, "Oh, the Pats are gonna win the Super Bowl. They're gonna go 16-0." It's like no, they didn't play anybody, and then they got their fucking shit stomped. Over that, what was it, like a 4-game stretch? Was it like they played Kansas City, Baltimore, Dallas, and then
well, they lost 4 of their last 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I don't think Indy can do it. I think it's in the AFC. It's going to be, I think it's going to be either Tennessee or Buffalo, which I'm kind of almost leaning towards Tennessee because I don't think Buffalo's ready. Like I don't think they just don't have the experience. Like, you know what I mean? Like the quarterback doesn't have the experience. Like the head coach, I think Sean McDermott is decent, but he doesn't have experience in playoff games.
Yeah, what do you make that one?
Yeah. So I don't know. I would lean Tennessee. I think it might be a Tennessee Green Bay Super Bowl.
Well, that's what we're watching tonight.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's true. I didn't even realize that.
Snowball.
Yeah, the Snow Bowl. Let's go. That's game's definitely going over, by the way, because I bet it.
Well, no, you have the over.
I know. Also, like, go figure. I took the over earlier in the week when it was at 56, and it's come all the way down to like 53.
Can we take a quick 5 seconds to tell the Chiefs to go fuck themselves for today?
Oh yeah, Vinny lost a bunch of money on the Chiefs.
3 consecutive minutes on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh, I just looked at my laptop again. I forgot. I looked up this earlier in the year. Green Bay, the first time they played Minnesota, they kept Dalvin Cook to 12 carries and 50 yards, but he did score 2 touchdowns. And then the Packers won 43-34. And then the second time they played, they held Dalvin. Yeah, held is a terrible word because they allowed Dalvin Cook 30 carries for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. Which, like you said too, Dalvin Cook did fucking just murder everybody this year. But that could potentially be a problem for the Packers if they can't stop the run. But it's also the matchup. You know, if they play New Orleans, well, it's going to be a problem because you have to be able to stop Alvin Kamara and don't let him score 6 touchdowns like he did on Christmas Day.
So bad.
Yeah. But I like their game. Like, I like the way they play. Like, they have 2 really good running backs. Well, 3, I guess. They have 2.5 good running backs because A.J. Dillon's a rookie and we don't really know what his deal is yet. But he has the potential to be pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going Green Bay. Fuck yeah. Looking at Twitter. There was something on Twitter that I thought was hilarious that disappeared. It was like on the side, and it was one of those things like the For You, and I forget exactly what it was, but I left it up like, oh yeah, cool, that'll be funny to talk about, and it's gone.
I think I've seen the first 5-pick mock draft.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What do you got?
So pro football folk, I hate when they do this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do a mock draft for today. Yeah, awesome. They got Trevor Lawrence to the Jags, Zach Wilson to the Jets, Penny Sewell, the tackle, to the Dolphins.
Wow, they have the Jets still drafting a quarterback at 2.
Yep. Fields to Atlanta at 4, and Jamar Chase to the Bengals at 5.
I don't know. I would be very surprised if the Jets take a quarterback at number 2 now. Like, I think Sam Darnold is fine. Like, I don't think he sucks yet. Like, he was pretty good his first 2 years, or his first year, last year, right? Has he been in the league 2 years or 3 years?
This
is his 3rd year. He was pretty good. He was decent as a rookie, right? And he looked pretty good last year too. He was pretty solid. But oh yeah, then he had the whole spleen thing, right? Last year.
We got mono.
Yeah, he was out with that.
He was seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting though, because you don't know what's gonna happen with Darnold, Wentz, Matt Ryan. Minshew sucks. He's not good.
No, he's a solid backup though. Like that's what he's gonna be for his career. He's gonna be a like a Luke McCown. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think of someone else that would be like similar. Yeah, I think he's better than like a Blaine Gabbert, but you know, someone that like should be a backup, but people will still give him starting opportunities. I can't think of anybody like that off the top of my head.
Whatever. And then like Washington needs a quarterback.
Yeah, because Dwayne Haskins is fucking terrible.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, Jamarcus Russell 2.0.
Just baby Jamarcus Russell without the scissor.
Yeah, and without the added 60 pounds, although he does still have time to gain more weight if he wants.
Still early.
Yeah. All right, let me see. Actually, do you have anything else?
Well, since we're talking football,
Yeah.
just saw a tweet that the Giants, with pending the results of Week 17, could either win the NFC East or have the 3rd overall pick.
Jesus Christ.
So if they win,
Who do they play? Dallas?
probably. So if they win and Washington loses, they win the NFC East.
Wow.
If they lose and then a bunch of other teams also lose, they could move all the way down to third in the order.
Wow. If they
other teams win.
If they win and Washington loses, would they win the division at 6-10?
No. What?
I don't know how many wins they have right now.
I don't either.
New York Giants. Yeah, they're 5-10.
That's awesome. I need them to win.
I want that to happen.
I need
so
them
bad.
to win at 6-10.
They would win the division 6-10, and they get to have a home playoff game.
It's so bad.
Against, I don't know, probably Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Which then you got Tom going against the fucking Giants.
Oh man, I need this to happen. Holy shit. I need this more than anything.
All right, well we can actually make this happen. It's very, very easy.
Yeah, we just have to bet
against them.
Yeah.
And what do we need? We need Washington to lose.
Yeah, so
just
hammer on
Washington.
Bet on Washington.
And hammer
Dallas.
Dallas.
All right, we bet Washington and Dallas, and then we'll get the Giants in.
Yeah.
And then they'll play Tampa Bay.
Yes.
In the first round. That would be amazing. And imagine if they beat Tampa Bay.
Well, again, see, like, this is the thing is we can will all of this into existence.
Yeah. Actually, we can make anybody win the Super Bowl.
we have fucking, well, yeah. So mathematically eliminated. We can't make them win.
Well, yeah, no. But once the playoffs are set, we can manipulate the playoffs.
I mean, there's three of us that are very bad at gambling. We could control the NFL.
Anytime all three of us are on the same side, it loses. I've noticed that in like the last month. Anytime the three of us all go on the same thing, it's an automatic loss.
Yeah.
So, hey, Vinny, who do you want to win the Super Bowl this year?
Patriots.
No, we need to find, this is how we do it. We need to find the team that's going to be in the playoffs that has the highest odds. Oh, no, but we can't bet on them. Because if we take, that's an automatic curse. You know what I mean? So say like Buffalo is like plus 1,200. Like we want Buffalo to win the Super Bowl. So we would have to put money, because it's the most bang for the buck. But if we bet on Buffalo, we kind of
because you got to remember our talents only work by betting our bets losing.
Yes, yeah.
So it has to involve our bets losing.
Right. So it's just bragging rights is all we're going for, because we can't win any money.
Well, we can help everybody else. Like say we decide, okay, we're gonna will our way to like the Saints finally winning one again.
Yeah.
And then everyone else can benefit.
Yeah, there you go. And then the people that listen to the show can then bet.
Yeah, we'll just be giant losers.
Yep.
Losing.
Yep. That's what we do.
Yep.
Gotta be good at something, right?
Huge fucking loser.
Yeah, so Vin, who do you want to win the Super Bowl, would you say?
Patriots.
Well, they're eliminated from the playoffs, Vinny.
Yeah, we can't do that.
It has to be a team that's in the playoffs.
I don't want to play this stupid fucking game.
I don't want to play your stupid fucking game.
I'll give you a fucking game to play.
What's that? Jump off the roof?
How'd you know?
Jump off the roof onto a bunch of fucking sharp daggers.
Yeah.
Everybody wins that game.
You can't lose that bet. All right. You want to start wrapping this up? It's that time.
Yeah. Archer has won me back.
Really?
Now, it's not the best season.
Yeah. Did you finish it?
No. But the first 5 episodes is almost like the old style, going back to, what we were used to.
Mm-hmm.
But they did it without just making it like throwback only.
Yeah.
So it's not like, the last Star Wars movie, which was just a solid to Star Wars fans.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we fucked up the episode 8 or whatever, so we're just gonna do you a solid with 9.
Yep. It's
And don't worry, we fired Ryan Johnson.
Yeah. No, it's actually pretty good. It again, it's none of the goofy shit. You know, it's actually like somewhat funny.
Yeah.
Like it's well done, but
yeah.
For after like the last 3 years, fucking awful.
Yeah, I was a hard out on Archer the last 3 years. Once they went with the whole like coma stuff and everything became gimmicky. Like when Krieger was a fucking parrot, and then
but it just wasn't funny.
Pam was an alien. It's like, all right, you guys
just wasn't funny.
Yeah, no, it I agree. It did kind of stop being funny. So I watched the first 2 episodes of the new season. Admittedly, I wasn't paying very close attention though. So, but I do remember getting a couple good laughs out of it, out of the first 2. So, there's that at least. So, my final thought is I've been I was gonna say reading. I've been listening to Matthew McConaughey's book. I bought it on Audible the other day, or last week, I should say. And it is so fucking good. He read it, he reads it himself. So you get like the, all right. I was going to the bar and I just kicked my shoes off. And he's just like, it's just McConaughey who's like talking and telling like the story of his life. And it's pretty fucking cool. Some of the stuff that he talks about, if for like really quick, he gets into, he's a big sports bettor. So he starts talking about like different things about betting on sports and like how most people, like the average person, like doesn't really get it. And there's certain things that you look for when you bet on games that like don't make sense to anybody else, but like it stands out to you and like you just get it. And he goes down that shit and he talks about that for a little bit. And I was like, oh yeah, this guy fucking gets it. He's pretty fucking cool. But I'm like probably halfway through the book and it's fucking incredible. It is really, really good. I highly recommend it to anyone that's watching or listening out there. Whether you buy the book and actually read it or just get it on Audible, it's really good. I can't say enough good things about it. Like I'm really enjoying it.
I was gonna ask, like, is he that interesting of a person?
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Because I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I didn't know much about him either. I knew him as like the cool guy from the Lincoln commercials. Like that's what he does now. Like obviously he's been in fucking massive movies, and I love Dazed and Confused. It's one of my favorite movies ever. But he tells his story of how that was his first movie, and originally he was only written in 3 different scenes. And he tells the story. He's in one day. He comes in for wardrobe and makeup just to like get the character, and then the director was supposed to just come look at him and say like, okay, cool, this is gonna work. He wasn't supposed to shoot any scenes that day. It was like the day before, whatever. And he's in character, and the director goes, I love this. And then he just starts like asking him questions like, would Watterson do this? And he's just like, well, yeah, Watterson loves chicks. And like he tells the story about how like they just go back and forth, and they talked for like an hour, and then the director, I can't remember the director's name. My brain isn't Haze, but
yeah.
Anyway, he goes, "What? Come with me. We're shooting a scene right now, and I think Watterson can like do something here." And then all of a sudden, Matthew McConaughey, who was an unknown, is supposed to only be in 3 scenes in the movie, and now he's like has a much bigger part in the movie, which is pretty cool. Obviously because I know the movie and I've seen it a bajillion times, so when he talks about the certain scenes that they added him in and where it was supposed to be, I was like, oh wow, that's so fucking cool. His life was wild. Like his parents are kind of fucked up. He had like kind of a very weird upbringing. His parents were divorced and remarried like 3 times. They got divorced twice and remarried. So like,
That's fucking weird.
yeah, it was very strange, and like it was a very volatile relationship, and like he tells stories about his dad, and he seems like he's dead now, but he seemed like a very, I don't know, like a very different type of person. Like I'm only halfway through the book, but he talks about he spent a year in Australia after he graduated high school, so he just talks about like his time there and everything. It's really fucking cool. I'm just getting into the part where he's talking about when he started acting, so I'm excited to see how this goes. But he has like different things along the way too. He calls them bumper stickers, where it's like things, because his entire life he's kept a journal and he just writes in journals, and that's how he wrote the book. So he has these things, he calls them bumper stickers. They're just like quick stupid little phrases that he says all the time, and like he'll chime in and say things. And I always have a tough time with the difference between like an audiobook and a real book, because I do like real books because I like to like mark stuff and write in them and highlight, and like I like to be interactive with the book. But especially like for something like this where it's like about him and his life, I'm glad I went the audio way, because it's him telling the story and he can add in things that aren't written in the book, you know, like he's telling you his own story. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's called Greenlights, if anyone is interested in it. And like I said, I highly recommend it. I'm excited. Hopefully I'll finish it this week. So go Matthew McConaughey. All right, well, that is it for us. We survived. Just like we survived Festivus, we survived this
is bullshit.
Post-Festivus episode.
This is fucking bullshit.
In the haze of yesterday.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy coming out of that other room.
Yeah, hopefully our high energy wasn't annoying to you guys.
Yeah.
That are listening. Hopefully we weren't too spastic and too all over the place. So we're very, very excited today.
Yeah, you really got me fucking jazzed.
Yeah, we're moving really quick, talking really fast.
Yep. Loud.
Yep.
You clicked on that?
Shut the fuck up. So thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button. And what else are they supposed to do on YouTube? My brain is seriously not functioning today.
YouTube to subscribe.
And the thumbs up. That's what it is.
Subscribe and thumbs up.
Yep, subscribe and give us the thumbs up. And wherever you're subscribed.
Instagram's a follow.
Yep, subscribe wherever you're listening to, whatever audio streaming service you're on. If you're on iTunes,
There, comment on that.
go to the iTunes store, write a review, and leave 5 stars, because that's all. The interaction is the only thing that matters. You can follow us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. With that link in the bio we talked about earlier, there's a link to our merch store. There's a new shirt up. I posted it on our Instagram page, and I got a kick out of it, at least when I made it. It's 2021 will be my year, but it's like 2020, 2019, and 2018 above it, and they're all scratched out. So it's like the same shirt has just been scratched out a bunch of times, because we all know how much I fucking hate people that say that. And we'll get into all that on the next episode, because when we go on Wednesday, that's going to be our New Year's show. So we get to wrap up our year, we get to talk about everything, and go from there.
New year,
New year, same piece of shit.
Yep. So yeah, that's the merch store. Go check it out. There's some other stuff in there too. You can get all kinds of shit. You can get the 2021 will be my year on. I put it on notebooks and throw pillows too. So
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Throw pillows.
I even put it on an apron. So if you want to wear an apron while you're cooking, you can have one that says 2021 will be my year with 3 other years scratched out above it.
Especially now, everyone should have some disposable income going right now.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, yeah. So that's that. Go to the store, enjoy all that shit. You can use the promo code Sarcasm Pod too again on my bookie, or you can use the actual link that's in our bio that's there on Instagram, and that will also take you to the sign up page. Twitter is sarcasm_speaks. And Facebook, that's the third one, is Sarcasm Speaks. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually uses Facebook anymore, other than like to find out when people's birthdays are and bitch about politics. I feel like Facebook.
Politics,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, I know, right? I haven't followed any politics, I think, in like 3 weeks. It's kind of fucking cool.
The only thing I've paid attention to is the shit going on like with the state.
Yeah, state stuff, and then obviously the coronavirus bill, the stimulus
It's been
thing.
nice.
Is that still going on? Is that still a thing?
No,
Oh.
not really. Trump's not going to sign it. No, he and
About,
oh, coronavirus. I think so. I think that's still going on. I don't know. I haven't left the house in fucking I don't know 24 hours, 36 hours, whenever it is. So
I spent the better part of 40 hours in a fucking fog.
how is that any different than any other weekend?
Dude, he was sober for 25 days.
Oh, yeah, that's
Fucking-
true, that's
fucking
true.
Sell him short like that.
Yeah, Vinny's off the wagon now.
Shout out to sobriety. That shit sucks.
Shout out to sobriety.
Being hungover isn't much better either. Just stay drunk.
Stay drunk, my friends.
And on that note,
Yeah. Good night, everyone.